Bryson DeChambeau's chances of winning the US Open written off as he's accused of mucking around too much. There appears to be too much uncertainty surrounding Bryson DeChambeau for the LIV golf star to win the US Open at Shinnecock Hills this week. DeChambeau should be one of the favorites to win the third major of the year. He has lifted the US Open on 2 occasions during his career already. He has also won twice on LIV Golf this season. However, the 32-year-old has only played 4 major rounds this year. He missed the cut at both the Masters and the PGA Championship. He is also dealing with the drama concerning LIV Golf right now. It appears that DeChambeau is the player leading the charge to find fresh investment for the league. Bryson DeChambeau's chances of winning the US Open assessed. Shinnecock Hills is likely to demand every player's undivided attention in the coming days, particularly when the wind picks up. Smiley Kaufman admitted being concerned for DeChambeau this week, and it seems that he is not alone in doubting the LIV talisman. Speaking on the Sky Sports Golf podcast, Andrew Coulthard was asked whether he thinks DeChambeau has the temperament for the challenge. He suggested that there is too much going on around DeChambeau for him to be a serious threat. My initial suggestion on that is no. I don't know. To me, he seems to be mucking around too much with untried and untested equipment. 3D printed golf clubs and stuff like that, and trying to work them out, and curved faces and all this, that, and the other. And I don't think he's found something that really works consistently for him, he said. And you throw that into the mix with a golf course like Shinnecock, and he's left with both hands on his hips, just looking up at the sky. I'm not sure Bryson at the minute is in the right mental place with him and his game really to take this golf course on. Also, his distance control with some of his scoring irons, because he gets steep, because he gets quite a good shaft lee on it and stuff like that, it's going to cause him a lot of problems. Having said that, of course, I mentioned Pinehurst, and he won around Pinehurst a couple of years ago, but there's just something with me with these irons that he's got. There's something not quite right there. Bryson DeChambeau defended as doubts are cast over his US Open hopes. DeChambeau clearly loves to prove people wrong. He will be aware of what many are saying about him this year given his disappointing showings at the first 2 majors of the season, and it would appear that some are not as concerned about DeChambeau being overwhelmed by all the plates he has spinning right now. Laurie Cantor will have seen DeChambeau up close this year, having returned to live golf ahead of this season, and while he suggested that he could understand Coulthard's comments, he believes that DeChambeau thrives in the chaos. I think to Colty's point, what Bryson does is authentic to him, and it doesn't make sense to a lot of other people. But ultimately, in his own mind, he obviously has to tick these boxes, perhaps turn over stones that other people would even consider stones, he said. He enjoys that, and I think it's part of his process, and obviously when it aligns for him, he's as good as anyone. So I'd say you could perhaps make cases for this not being the best venue for him, but when he's aligned and ready and it's working, he's good under pressure, his putting holds up under pressure, and he is able to win and compete at the biggest stages. So I think he's a really dangerous person to write off, but I take the arguments there that Colty makes, and I think that they're probably fair. But that's kind of interesting what version of him will turn up, and if he gets his ducks in a row, then he's a pretty dangerous player. DeChambeau is arguably the most unpredictable player in the field. Few would have ever imagined that he would struggle so much at the Masters, having performed so well there for a couple of years. It should not come as a surprise if he misses the cut, but it should also come as no surprise if he goes on to win and secures a 3rd major title.